Right, let's go into the actual lives. Let's go into the actual live and why the live went like that the other night. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't take full responsibility, even though some of the stuff that were getting played, I didn't even know it was getting played, and I still don't have any remorse. I want you to understand that. I'll take full responsibility, even for things that I didn't even know was going to be on the table at that point. At that point, I do take responsibility for that, but there won't be any apology. Now, you can fire back and say it was a bullying live, and let's speak about let's speak about me instead of speaking about the rest of them. I'll speak for myself, so I can only in reality speak for myself. You called me a bully and said I was a part of a bullying live, and that I was calling her these names and putting these receipts out about these reviews, and it was terrible. I don't think any of that live was bad. I think she got a taste of her own medicine, and I think she got to hear the truth. And sometimes, Tom, the truth hurts. Unfortunately, when you are providing the receipts, Tom, with the actual truth at the side of it, it is gonna hurt, and you are gonna have to come together to do them kind of lives to put the pieces back together, Tom. I'm not there to create any kind of divide. I'm there to make you aware that I'm coming for you. Okay? Not just lose reviews. Okay? Whatever videos it is from the past and is from them sites, it's going to be uploaded. Whatever shit she's done in the past, it's going to be uploaded, because guess what? All my past, all the Keisha past, yeah? Keisha, because you all love calling me that. All Keisha's past, yeah? Has been played out on numerous occasions. All Keisha's past, okay, has been put to the fucking front, and I couldn't say anything about it. Because I wasn't strong enough. To be able to tell you my side of when these guys decided to do lives with thousands of people. I had to wake up one morning and think, shall I slit my wrists and go on camera, because they won't stop cam toing me. They won't stop having people in the boxes, to the point where I started getting ill, to the point where I felt like I couldn't even be here no more. And she kept pushing me. So did Tom, so did Katie Hardy, and so did the rest of them that played a part in that. So I've been pushed to the levels, Tom, and what I'm doing is not bullying. Now, the thing for me, Tom, is I was quite shocked with not just you, Tom, but with a couple of people, with the fact that you said out of your mouth that it's okay for the children to be doxxed as long as they're adults. So, hold on a minute. 24 hours before you've had this live, Tom, you had Laura MD. Sorry, you had the other woman, Laura MD, coming up to do an outing on Blue. So Laura MD is allowed to get families. And you know what, Laura MD? You nearly did good. You nearly did good. You nearly did good. But guess what? I don't believe that girl is anything to do with Miss Blue. No, I don't. I believe she was a paid actress. I do. I believe you don't know that woman, and you put her up to coming up to say all that about Miss Blue. I believe you spoke to Megan, and I believe them two people that came up, they were paid actresses. I do. Too good to be true. I do. Too good to be true. knew too much, spoke too fast. Something wasn't right. That was like a little Laura MD protege. Did you fucking cook that in the oven? How many months fucking cook that in the oven? How many months did it take to fucking, did you put a chip in her? What did you do? Because I'm sorry, but you paid her. There's a paid actress, yeah? And I don't care, I'm telling Miss Blue. I'm telling her. I didn't think any of it were right. I didn't think any of it were right. I believe what Miss Blue's saying. I do. You've deep dived her. You've deep dived Miss Blue. On top of that, yeah, you've put a family at risk. Laura MD, how dare you, MD? How dare you speak about another woman's domestic violence? How dare you go up to that panel and do a live on Miss Blue and want to drag up if she's gone through DV or if she hasn't gone through DV. But yeah, we're not allowed to speak about DV. We're not allowed to speak about DVD. God forbid I even mention someone's DV and putting them at risk. Right, you know what? I'm going to be playing these videos back today. I'm going to play them. And I'm going to show the viewers that you ridiculed someone's domestic violence. And not just that, you were fucking questioning it. Who the fuck do you think you are to be questioning whether if people have gone through domestic violence or if they haven't gone through domestic violence? I don't care if she's lied, shit or fucking stealed. Who do you people think you are to be taking it into your hands to be doing all this investigation? And do you want to hear the good part, Laura MD? Do you want to know how sick I am in my head? Let me tell you a little story, Laura MD. Now, Laura MD, you said quite a few things about me the other day. You said, well, Keisha had all this information and she just wanted clout. I want to tell you a little secret, Laura MD. And I want you to sit on your chair now with your coffee and listen to this. Now, you know I'm a sick, twisted bitch. And I think about everything before it's going to happen. Unfortunately, I have the mind like that. I can't help it. Laura, listen to this. Me and Scatty have done a lot in the background. I'm not going to grass on Scatty, and Scatty's not going to grass on me. And even if Scatty has grassed on me, it doesn't really matter. It amounts to nothing. Anyways, Laura, listen to this. Get comfy. So, I've been sat on that for quite some time. Okay? To the point where I went into a live the other day and it was Jenny and Angel that were basically shutting it down, which, to be honest, I'm grateful that they fucking did, because it made me realise. I knew that you wanted, because obviously Tom would have been in your ear, you knew we were doing the Blue Live on the 7th. So I knew at some point you would get into Scatty's ear to go do the live, and that's exactly where you needed to fucking be. Now, guess what? If I would have done that live, you would have gone on your live and questioned why we're questioning that woman's DV. And you would have also been saying that it's bad to deep dive. So it's okay for you to deep dive Sharon on the boat. Laura MD. That's okay. You're okay to deep dive. You're okay now to deep dive Miss Blue's family. Okay? You're okay to deep dive one of Jenny's friends, Johnny. You're okay to deep dive them. But you're okay to speak about somebody else's domestic violence, and you're okay to question whether they're going through domestic violence or whether they're not going through domestic violence. And you're okay to deep dive family members to bring them up to the internet to prove the point whether somebody's family member has died or whether they've not died. Are you being for real? Do you see what's happening here? Now today, yeah, I'm getting on to the safeguarding. I don't give a fuck, I'm saying it publicly. Laura MD, And these women are dangerous. And guess what, Laura MD? Now, I like to sit around and gather intelligence. I do. The police gather intelligence. I do. The police love it. They love basically when you put something together and you're able to prove something. They love it. Now, I've been doing a lot of videos with you in your behind the scenes, you know, in your sub account. Yeah? You know, you've been doing all these fucking lives. Yeah? And what you've been saying as well. Now, you women, I'm not going to name particular, have been using your children and weaponizing your children for certain situations. Not just that, you've also been putting a lot of people at risk. Not just that, you went up there yesterday and you went up to that live the other day, not even Scatty, because Scatty's mouth were closed. Nothing to do with Scatty or Laura MD. Your Awareness Live Laura MD. You've got the consequences to answer for all of this. So our questions are this. Who do you think you are to be questioning if somebody's gone through DV or they haven't gone through DV? I don't think that's normal. I don't think you should be allowed to do that, especially if you are going through DV yourself. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are to question that? Whether she has or whether she hasn't, it's none of your goddamn business. Ratcatcher did the live, sorry, yeah? Ratcatcher did the live, yeah? It's none of your business, Ratcatcher. It's none of your business, Ratcatcher. Your business, Ratcatcher. It is none of your business. Who did that? It's none of your business if her mum had died. Who do you think you are to question another woman? Who do you think you are to question another woman's DV? Whether they have or whether they haven't, that's none of your business. That's crossing the line. You have crossed the line with what you've done to Miss Blue. I do not like her. I would not stick up for her. But you have crossed the line. You have dragged up somebody else's DV, spoke about it publicly on a platform, and then disengaged. Then you've basically making people think that she's lying about her DV when that's not in your place to have them kind of conversations. It's none of your business whether somebody's gone through DV or they haven't. That these are the questions that need to be spoke about. Who gave you the right to go up to be putting this out there? Who gave you the right to deep dive family members, to be bringing them up on the internet? And yeah, you might think that I were going to do it, but did I do it? No, I left it to you. Did I do it? No, I left it to you, you little rat. Do you think I've got time to be putting myself in these situations, speaking about another woman's DV, whether she did or whether she didn't? No, I did what I needed to do in the messages. I made you believe. And that's why I didn't put anything out. Ratcatcher, Laura MD, and Tom. I could have done. I had the receipts. I knew everything about it. I could have asked Scatty. I could have spent all that week doing a beautiful awareness. But no. You lot do it yourself, and let's watch the fuck up. And then I'll give you the aftermaths. You're so stupid and far behind. Honestly, we're running riddles round you. So let's get into it. Does anybody else agree that she was allowed to question this woman's DV? Whether she's gone through DV or hasn't gone through DV? Do you think that you would have been able to question Ratcatcher's DV? Do you think you would have been allowed to do that? No, you wouldn't have been able to. And that would have been the first thing that would have come up on the live and said. I'm not taking back that I called Lou a crackhead. I'm not. I'm not. She's called me Keisha. So she needs to understand, if she's hurt by what I'm telling the truth about, I'm hurt by what she's saying about me. That's not the truth. My name is Keisha, or Keisha for short. Don't call me Keisha, because I'm going to call you names that you won't like. And I'm not calling you names just to call you them. I'm telling the truth. Whether you was on it or whether you wasn't on it, I'm not interested in all of that. I don't have no sympathy. I'm not like the rest. I'm not like the rest. They might have sympathy. People might have fake sympathy, because there's a lot of pretenders. There's a lot of people that pretend in moments. It just depends where they are. Okay? I found out everything. Nothing gets past me. Tom. There's nothing that you can say that's going to stop what I'm going to put out about Lou. There's nothing that's going to stop from what I'm going to put out about any of your little crew that you're around. Just remember now, Tom, if anybody doxes children, you don't have a right to speak on it. Okay? You don't have a right to. You can no longer. You haven't got two legs to stand on now, and I'll tell you why you haven't, Tom. You put yourself in this. Why you haven't, Tom? You put yourself in this situation now. And I'm going to be writing this everywhere today. I'm also going to be ringing Best Girl up today and having a conversation with her, because I want everybody to be posting this. Now, he said yesterday that it was okay for Luge Reviews to have doxed that 14-year-old child on her platform, because that person now is an adult. Just keep that thought in your mind. Now, Tom said, you're okay to dox children. As long as they're adults now. That was Tom's word. So that's why Luge Reviews has got away with doxing that child as a 14-year-old. So Tom said, you can dox children as long as in the future they're adults. So you can dox them when they're kids, but they have to be adults now. And that's what Tom said yesterday. They love stuff like this. They have stuff. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I'm having a conversation with them. So, if we're allowed to dox children, and if you're going to go up and say you're going to have an awareness live, let's say in 3 days you catch somebody, Tom, rat catcher, and the rest of you that were in that live condoning this behaviour, you don't have a leg to stand on now. You don't, because you condone somebody sharing a child, and what you said out of your mouth isn't going to be forgotten. It's not going to be forgotten, because you need to understand it like this. If you're allowing somebody else, because you're around them in your community, to dox children, but everybody else, look at the situation with Jenny and Ratcatcher. Why was that a big storyline? Why was that so bad? Why was she allowed to have children, but you're not having any energy for Ratcatcher, for what she did to Jenny, Tom? Your own friend that you're supposed to be protecting, you're supposed to care about, you're supposed to have her back. What was it, Tom? Did Laura, MD and Positive and the rest of them get in your ear? Did they have a conversation with you? Or did you make these decisions by yourself? Did you sit down one day and think, you know what, Jenny's too much, I don't want her around anymore? Or was it a split decision between a couple of years, in the background? If so, who really is in charge, Tom? A bunch of women that you're surrounded around. I'm sure you were supposed to be a strong individual, that's supposed to think for himself. But Tom, I don't think you are thinking for yourself. You see, when you stopped thinking for yourself, sweetheart, do you know when we were on Chris's live a couple months ago, and Chris said, well, we can all have this out and we can all meet each other and we can have dinner and security will be there. All your little gremlins in the comment were saying things like, you'll be poisoned, don't go, you can't go, poisoned, don't go, you can't go. These people that would never pay your bills a day in your life, do they send you gifts, Tom? Do they throw you parties, Tom? Do they throw you parties, Tom? Do they pay your mortgage, Tom? Did they get you off the cocaine? What is it, Tom, about these people that you can't let go of? Why is all your friendships declining because of these women? Have you not noticed that everybody that comes around into that circle, they're no longer there anymore? Because it's all about them individuals that can't come on the camera for me. And it's quite funny that these women that can't come on the camera, and they all have their individual issues, which I'm not going to go into, but they all do. They say it loud and clear. They all have their individual issues, right? And I think to myself, fucking hell. This is what you're going through. I can't see you, but I know you look absolutely like a mess. That's why you're not coming on the camera. And I just think to myself, these are the kind of women that I'm actually dealing with. So to me, the reason why I've never actually been like that with them is because if you think about it, they're not actually a threat. Just picture Andy's wife. She's like a football. There's nothing to be angry over. I'm fighting like I'm fighting like scum. Like nothing to look at. So for me, you have to understand when they're dealing with somebody like me, they're gonna feel inadequate because I've got the body. I've got the looks, I've got the attitude, I've got the confidence. Yeah, they're gonna be affected by me, and in the end, right, I got it with them. I understood that they really hate themselves, and God's blessed me, and I've been happy and grateful for everything that I've been able to be blessed with inside and out. And for some of them, they don't have God's blessing like that, and they're miserable because of what they have to deal with in their lives. So they to come on here and be around somebody like Tom, so they could project the hate onto others. They can project that they were bullied in school, so they've got no other friends out of this. Their only friends are on here. And guess what? Listen to the joke. True Crime Tom, Laura MD and Ratcatcher, the rest of them. Do you know they all met each other as trolls? Now listen to this. Listen. Now I picture why the bully people. Why they have to be at the back of somebody. And I don't really blame Tom, to be honest. Right? He's behind a bunch of weirdos that will do anything for him because look at them. So what I'm trying to get is this. In school, they were bullied. They do not have any friends out of this. Okay? That's why. Right, you'll see somebody like Positive that will know somebody for a year and say, that's my best friend. I know everything about them. Thank you, Tina. And they'll come up, yeah, and they'll say, I know that person. I've known them. No, you don't know them. You've never even fucking met them. No, you don't know them. You've never even fucking met them. You've known them for 2 years on here, but you don't know them. Nobody knows anybody. You can pretend you know somebody, but you don't. You don't. You don't. Sick of these people meeting people on here and thinking that they know. These people meeting people on here and thinking that they know them. You don't. So they formed their little fucking what can we call it? We could transformers, yeah. We could transformers, yeah. Trans fucking formers. They've got their little transformer crew. It's a rejection crew, rejects, yeah. The reject crew because they look like rejects crew because they look like rejects, they smell like rejects, they talk like rejects, the victims, victim mentality, victim on the foreheads, victim when they walk, victim when they talk. Now, for me, now for me, I knew from a long time that it wasn't me, it was them. And I knew it all boiled down to jealousy. They were absolutely envy of the being I am because they was not happy and comfortable within their skins. Now I know they're not happy and comfortable. Now I know they're not happy and comfortable within their skins because they speak about it on a daily basis. They say a lot of shit, which I'm not going to sit here and nitpick exactly what I'm talking about. But they do complain a lot. I don't have them kind of complaints, so I'm complacent and happy within my life. They will never be happy. They'll never be happy. They'll never be able to come on here and face any of yous because they're not happy within themselves. They're not happy within them lives. So of course they're going to hide behind somebody like Tom. Now Tom probably want this meme. He probably didn't have all this bitterness and wanting to destroy people and deep dive. But unfortunately, he met Laura MD and Ratcatcher as trolls and True Crime Tom. I can't really sit here and say whether he was a troll or whether he wasn't a troll. Yeah, he was a troll. He were into it as well. He were into it as well. They all have something in common, which they love trolling. So they're not gonna, take themselves away from each other because they've all got something in common where they know how to, speak about people's domestic violence. They know how to get family members up the deep dive. They dox children. They have children in their servers. They speak about people's family members. They contact people's family members. This is what True Crime Tom's side does. And this is a fact. So I'd rather be known for this person that they're trying to project me to be because I've never done what they've done. I've never been known as a troll. I've never doxed children. Yeah, I've had to deep dive because they've deep dived on me and I've owned it. I don't really give a fuck. I've done all that with Scotty and I couldn't really give a fuck if she outed it because it is what it is. But everything that I've done has been for a reason. You lot have been trolls because you've been bullied in school, so you've always been like Miss Blue. Yeah, she's a bully. She's a troll. They want to push people to, them not wanting to be no more. And I do believe a lot of people have died. And I do believe a lot of people have died at the hands of some of these people that are trolling and have called themselves trolls. I do believe for the bullying that they've done, one of them have got blood on the hands. Somebody would have took their life with the trolling that they've done. It's just that we don't know it. We don't know how dangerous. Look, True Crime Tom trolled a 9-year-old girl or an 8-year-old girl and wanted to blame it on Sharon, but gets away with it. Now I want to see how much I can get away with. I want to do exactly what Lose Reviews has done and the rest of them to see how far I can get away with it. Am I going to be pulled up? Because I can't wait for Tom to do this because I can't wait for Tom to do this live on me when I've hit the fan. So if I take it up a notch and I do the exact same thing as Lou's reviews, I'm hoping that Tom's going to have the same energy. Or do I Tom's going to have the same energy? Or do I need to show you that they're racists? Do I need to show you that it's one thing for them, but a different thing for us? For us. Do we need to do that? Because it's selective energy, innit? With what's going on. It's bullying. It's bullying. It's harassment. And the first video is getting played today. It's getting uploaded. I'm going to make a page dedicated to this. Do your worst, Tom. Say your worst. Say you call me a bully. Replay this video. You can even stop in every 2 seconds, Tom. Because I don't care. You're going to have to keep working around the clock to be putting all these videos right. And guess what, Tom? In the end of it, how many excuses can you have for one person? And you know what? Some of this isn't when you was on drugs. Some of this stuff isn't when you was on drugs. You was clean. So I wonder what excuses these people are going to have for you. With all this behaviour, you've been racist. You've doxed children, Lou's reviews. You've lied about cancer. You've got people to give you a block. You wanted Steve. You must have been that desperate. To want somebody else to punch you so you could monetize. Didn't realise that you were on the live. And for me, that video wasn't about what you were saying. It was about you put Steve through hell. You put Steve through hell. If you think about it, watching that video for me wasn't just you asking him to give you a black eye. It was the fact that the way you used that man, and that wasn't the only instance with what you've done to him. Let's not forget about what you've done to him. Let's not forget about what you've done to him with the domestic violence. Nobody knows about that though, do they? No one's seen them videos. This is what I'm saying. When people want to say that they support people with DV, but yet they've put the hands on other people themselves and done the worst. Yeah? You did the worst to Steve. I've had first count in things that have happened, things that you've said, things that have happened within that house. And I think it's quite disgusting that you got away. You were another Ems. You did exactly what Ems were doing to the men that were coming to her house with exactly what you did to Steve. You bullied that young man for months, got him to steal, got him to bring drugs, got him to do disgusting things. And he'd never been that kind of person before he'd met you, Lou. Never. All the things that you had that man doing, and you used him exactly how that other woman uses men to go to a house to have their lives on camera. Exactly the same like Ems. So, Ratcatcher. Guess what? If I bring Steve up today and I've deep dived, it's going to be okay, isn't it? Because guess what? You've opened the doors for us now, sweetheart. We can bring family members up. We can do the deep diving now, and we can bring exes up. So guess what? I'm going to follow. I'm going to follow in your footsteps and I'm going to bring a special guest up. And guess what? You know, the next day or even in the next hour, what can you go up on the panel and say? What can you go up on the panel and say? Oh, Keisha, she went and found this person and now she's brought them up. Well, guess what? I think Lou's reviews is lying. Just like how you lot thought Blue were lying. How you lot thought Blue were lying. I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to bring up Steve. Let's have Steve's account and what he went through and how it affected him. And then, you know, the next day or the next day or the next hour or the next 5 minutes, I want you to sit there and say, well, there's nothing that you can say, can you? You can't really go up there and say, well, the deep dive and they've done this, they've done that because you've set the deep dive and they've done this, they've done that because you've set the stage for us now. This is what happens when you set the stage. So if you're going to do something, it's like follow the leader, follow the leader, isn't it? Leader, follow the leader, isn't it? So I think it like this. Once I see somebody doing something, they're allowed to do it. I'm allowed to do it then. I'm allowed to do it then. Do it then. I'm allowed to do it because you're opening the doors. Do you understand? So Tom, you answer me this, right? It's okay for that woman to do a whole deep dive on Blue. It's okay for her to go look and get family members. It's okay for her to question a woman's DV, whether she has gone through it or whether she hasn't gone through it. It's okay for her to deep dive if this woman's family is dead or if this woman's family is alive, if she's lying or telling the truth. But it's not going to be okay for me to find Steve and ask him a few questions of what he went through on social media with Lou's reviews. How is that any different, guys? Explain that to me. There's not a difference, is there? Because they've set the stage and I haven't there. They've set the stage and they're making, you know, you can deep dive, you can bring family members, up and you can take it to them levels. They've done it, so you're all right to do it. Do you understand? They haven't got a leg to stand on. And when you're putting this kind of information, you're having this kind of lives. These are the kind of consequences that come with it. Okay? I'll use it to my advantage and I don't feel a way about doing that. Yeah, don't you worry, baby girl. I haven't said anything out of the ordinary. I've stuck to being professional. Rather than saying the worst, okay? Because I could have said a lot of things that were bad, but I've decided not to. Because I have a lot more installed, which is better than to sit on the live and, you know, say things that Tom's expecting me to say. I'm not going to be doing it, sweetheart, but I am going to make you aware. If you're going to do something, expect the same thing back. Please don't sit there and say, well, that person wanted a part of it. I don't agree with any of it, but unfortunately, Ratcatcher, you have set the stage. I don't agree with what you've done. I don't think it was in your place to do any of that. To be honest, who even cares anymore if the woman's lying or she's not lying? Yeah, she's lied about her mum being dead. Let's be real. What if she's really petrified? What if she really doesn't want to be fucking seen? What if she has lied about her 3 kids because she doesn't want us to know she's got 2? What if her daughter can't really stand her? In reality, who the fuck are we? Yeah? To be deep diving into these people's family members. Good morning to you. Let's be real. What if she did lie now and say her husband were black because she wanted to get you all off course? Yeah? What if she fucking really did go through domestic violence? None of us were there. None of us are there. At the end of the At the end of the day, yeah, she's lied. Get over it. Get the fuck over it. The bitch has lied. We've all lied. Yeah, I've all lied. Yeah, I'll tell you I'm at KFC, I'm at fucking McDonald's. I'll tell you I ain't got no petrol in my car, I'm fucking lying. I'll tell you I'm broke, I'm fucking rich. I'll tell you I need a bitch. I'll tell you I need a shit, I need a piss. You get me? I'll tell you I'm at that location, I'm at that location. Make it make sense. People aren't going to be coming up here telling you the whole fucking life story, and I get it now. The bitch has lied. So what? We need to get over it. Whatever you do in your past is your past. You do in your past is your past. Do you want to know why I'm not stopping and why I won't stop? And when you've said to me yesterday, well, when is the end goal? Because I'm only speaking for myself. There's no end goal for me until I'm satisfied with getting what I want to get out, Tom. The rest of them, they might have an end goal, and they might have an end goal, and they might go under your feet, lick it, and apologise. I'm not apologising for calling her a crackhead when she's happy to call me Keisha. I'm not apologising for outing the fact that she is a child doxie. And I've never doxed a child, but you treat me like shit, Tom. You treat me like I've really doxed the whole fucking generation. You treat me like I've doxed people's DNA. I've had enough. Yeah? I shouldn't be treated like this when I've not been known as a troll, Tom. You and your entourage have. Look at what Ratcatcher's done. Look at what Ratcatcher's done the other day. She was questioning somebody's domestic violence. And you were all telling her, well done. Fantastic live. Am I fucking losing the plot? Last night, True Crime Tom said, you can dox a child as long as the child's now an adult. I'm losing the plot. Okay? Ratcatcher. Well, we've deep dived the family. Well done. We'll send you an Asda fucking gift card. We'll question a DV. Miss Blue, we don't believe you've gone through DV, and we're going to bring Millie up to tell everybody that that's not the truth. And you've never been assaulted in your life, and we're here to put the fucking truth straight. Who the fuck do you think you are? Whether this woman has gone through DV or hasn't gone through DV, it's none of your business. Now listen to this. I've been sat on them receipts, Ratcatcher, for quite some time. And you went up there yesterday and lied to the viewers and said, Lakeisha's knew all about this. I don't know why you've give stuff to Lakeisha. She's knew all about this. She's wanted it for clout. Well, I'm sorry, babe. You've wanted it for clout. Shall I tell you why? Ratcatcher, I've been sat on this information for a very long time. I didn't go up to the panels and start sharing any of this. The reason why I didn't, because I'm not questioning a woman's DV. Now, let's say, for instance, it was me that did that live, and I started questioning that woman's DV. What do you think Ratcatcher, True Crime Tom, and the rest of them would have had to say about me if I would have done that blue live? Why do you think I didn't do anything? Why do you think I didn't put any of the recordings out? Why do you think I didn't send anything to Blue? Why do you think I didn't tell anybody behind the scenes? Because you little rodents, you Ratcatcher, and the likes of Laura MD and the rest of you, you're all going to do my job for me. Okay? If I would have done it, you would have said that I'm questioning someone's DV. Anything that I would have done in that live, you would have questioned it. But it was okay for you to go and deep dive and question whether this woman's gone through DV or if she hasn't gone through DV Mentally, in your mind, how insane are you to go through domestic violence yourself, but now you're questioning another woman's domestic violence? Make that make sense. Aren't you supposed to be protecting women? Are you not supposed to be protecting vulnerable women? Protecting vulnerable women? How is
I am
it?
but a fool.
Make
Darling, I
that
love
make
you. Darling, I love
make
you.
sense to me.
I love
I think it's absolutely disgusting that they got away with these lives these past couple of days, these 48 hours, with what they've been saying on their lives, I absolutely believe it. I think it's disgusting. Now, the rat catcher video of what she's done the other day on Jess's, I want to put that out, and I'm going to be calling for all the domestic violence sites, for any advocate of domestic violence, for the professionals. People need to know exactly what these women are about, and they need to be shown for what they are, that they are not trusted with your stories. They are not trusted with what they've done on them videos the other day in Jess's. I am going to be writing a hefty statement today to be making people aware that these women cannot be trusted. Okay? They have crossed the line. They have crossed the mark, and individuals need to know, if you are going to surround yourself around this community, this is what you're going to be dealing with. Now, I am going into the vault today. I am. There's things that I need to show you, okay, to do with Laura MD and the rest of them that I haven't released, okay. And I'm going to be putting the picture up today of her Lose Reviews also doxing this child, okay. The receipts and stuff that I want you to see, with a video that I want you to listen to, and also as well, I'm going to be calling for you to repost that live, especially where she's questioning a woman's DV. Now, what I really want to go into is them videos, especially the one on Jesse's where they're speaking, are very important, okay? And I'm going to be calling for FYP pages, because there's things that I've picked up that people should have already picked up. They completely fucked up the other day. Now, all I need you to do is go back onto that Jess's live and rewatch that video again. Put your points down, and then come to me, and I will put your points down on what I saw in that video and what was getting said. After that, what needs to happen is, whoever was a part of that awareness live, which was Ratcatcher, which obviously I have her name now and everything. I know exactly who she is. She needs to be named, and the community where she needs to be named as well. So if anybody's new that's watching any of these different things, like watching from your side, or watching from your side, at least they know that you cannot trust these women with your domestic violence stories. They're not to be trusted, because this is alive with them on the lives doing this. Also, going to the lengths of finding family members. Now, the way I'm going to put it is in a totally different way what they wouldn't have expected, which is going up today. They can't be trusted around DV survivors. They cannot be trusted around children. And they are very dangerous trolls that it needs to all be put out exactly what they are. And that's it. The truth needs to be outed. And I'm going to be putting some statements out today to make people aware that these individuals are very dangerous, and they will use anything to get into your personal life, to find out about your personal life, and to use your personal life or your past tense, future, present against you. And I don't think that that's right. I think it's disturbing. I think it's disgusting. And I think lots of people as well need to be reporting them. for what they've been doing to people on social media, not just this year. Their behaviour within itself, they're trying to come across as a safeguarding team, when in reality, the way I've spoke to the police about them, I've told them straight, dangerous individuals you're dealing with, and these are the kind of people that are putting the report. And these are the kind of people that are putting the reports into the police. The things that I've had to say about Tom, which is the truth. You're dealing with a very dangerous individual. And have you not noticed how Delmac was never the problem, you know? Have you not noticed since Delmac come back, and he went up there, and then he's come back? Have you not noticed, and then he's come back? Have you not noticed that he's not the problem? Have you not noticed that? That actually the reality was, Delmac was never the problem. Delmac was never the problem. They just wanted rid of Delmac, and they used children to get rid of Delmac. They used the children's traumas to get rid of Delmac. And a couple of these women do that with the children. They use their children's traumas, or they use their personal situations to gain sympathy. And I think it's disgusting. I do. I think they're not moral. They haven't got no morals. And I think it's in the character within. Them it shows the kind of character that they are. Now, why did nobody not question the lives the other day of her questioning somebody's DV? Why was that not spoke about? Why was it not spoke about yesterday at Lou's Reviews Docs That Child? Why wasn't any of that in discussion? And why is it that everything she's done was down to because she was on drugs? So you asked yesterday, why is her past, and why did their past keep getting brought up? I could sit here and ask the same questions. Why is it, Tom, that when I'm in a box with you, you drag up my past and add an extra bits and lie on my name? Why is that? Why am I not allowed to move back past my past? Why is it okay for when I come in a box and you want to challenge me that my past is dragged up, twist and turn? How is that all right? So you want everybody else's past to be put under the rug, but just not the people that you want to bully. They don't get a pass. I'm not scared. I'm not like the rest. And there's a lot of shady people. Now, last night, I don't care. I've spoke to 4 people. And I've gave them evidence. You fucking mark my words, I have. You think I'm fucking around? Because I'm not. You see how this is going to go is, for me, it's not about saying the worst. It's about getting all of the receipts out there, something that they don't want others to do. That's why they keep being happy about them having fake accounts, and them being behind them. But as soon as anybody else has a fake account and they're behind it, it's the worst thing. So they can have troll accounts in their lives, but you can't have a troll account in your life. God forbid you have a troll account in your life. They will support that. They want to portray a change. They have become better at bullying. Yeah, I know. I saw that yesterday. So basically, what happens is they're all right to sit around and speak about everybody. Look at what Tom's done to everybody around him. Let's think about it. Think about it. Look what Tom's got a problem with everybody. Except for the people that he sat with. So who's the problem? I'm not the problem. Jenny's not the problem. Angel's not the problem. None of the other people that I'm around's the problem. The problem is, Tom, it's you and your community. It's you and your community that are the bullying trolls, the narcissists, the liars. And I ain't scared of yous. You're nothing to me. You're nothing to me. You're a bunch of fucking unconfident women that can't come on the camera. I can see exactly what you look like. That enough alone keeps me humble. No. Knowing what you look like keeps me very humble. Honestly. Do you know why I'm this humble? Because I know exactly what you look like. Exactly what you have to like. Exactly what you have to deal with. Exactly who you are as people. Frightened little pussy wipes that like to bully people. They know they can bully. That's where it is. And what Tom doesn't like is confident people like me, confident people like Geordie, confident people like Warrior, confident people like Delmac that can speak out. They don't like that. So they try to get rid of us because they don't like us telling the truth. They don't like that their shit stinks. So I want you to know this, okay? And take this in mind, please. True crime Tom is saying that we're bringing up Lou's reviews past. So the next time Tom's live, okay, he's not allowed to bring up my past. Yeah? So he doesn't want us bringing up their past. But let's see how long it takes for Tom to bring up my past or something that I've done in the past. Now, when Tom does that, I want you to know that this is classed as racism and selective energy, okay? Because he's different to me, so he's allowed to get treated differently. But because I'm black and confident, right, and I can speak up for myself, I don't get away with it. And also as well, because I'm not on drugs and I've never been on crack, never been on drugs, never been on drink, as I don't get away with anything. So when Tom's next on live and he's having a conversation and I go up there to challenge him, he's not allowed to speak about my past. Okay? So is he willing to accept that he's not allowed to speak about my past? So if I want to go and challenge Tom for a live that he's doing, let's say Tom's doing a live today and I want to go into Tom's box to go challenge him about the subjects and the topic that Tom's speaking about. Are you going to bring up my past, Tom, from 3 days ago? Are you going to bring up something that I've done a week ago? Are you going to drag me for what I've done 6 months ago? Are you going to do that, Tom? So you want us not to bring up your past. You want us not to bring up everybody else's past. So can you agree that if I come into your live or I enter another live, are you going to bring up my past? I want my past. I want you to answer this question. So can you agree with me that if I don't speak about anybody's past, can you agree that you will not bring up my past? You will not platform my past, and you will not be a part of my past, past being spoke about. Can you ask Lou's Reviews to not record me and stalk me? Can you ask Lou's Reviews not to play me every morning at 7:30? Can you ask Lou's Reviews to stop playing my name as currency so she can make money to spend it on weed and food? I don't want to be paying for Lou's drug habit. I'm sorry, I don't. So every time she's playing a live to do with me and my haters are sat in there that don't like me, they're gifting her and she's able to buy weed out of that. And she's able to buy weed out of that, Tom. I do not want to be paying for Lou's weed habit. I do not want my name used as currency on her platform. And have I asked her, Tom, numerous times, please stop recording me, stop stalking me, stop harassing me, and stop having an opinion on my life. I've asked the woman politely, please leave me alone. I do not want to be a part of your drama. I do not want to be a part of your hateful shows, Lou. I don't want to be a part of shows, Lou. I don't want to be a part of that hatefulness. Why can't I have the same courtesy? Why am I not allowed to have the same courtesy when I am begging for her to stop and begging for her to stop putting her beak into my business? Why am I not allowed to tell her to stop recording me, to stop using me as currency? I don't want to be used. I don't want her to be making money off of my name. She did all that with the Katie and the Rob situation. She made hundreds of pounds, which she's going to be going to court for. She don't fucking know what's coming. Yeah? Yeah? She doesn't have a fucking clue. She made hundreds of pounds. So did Jenny made money. So did Katie. I don't give a fuck. You've made money off the back of my name. And I can prove it. I already have the receipts. You did, you had your receipts. You did, you had your gifts on. Whether you made £30, whether you made £20, you still made money off of bullying me with the lives that you were doing with Katie Hardy. Sorry, Jenny, but you did. And I'm not even going to start opening my mouth to what's going to be fucking going down, but none of yous are getting away with it. Yeah, I'm not even really trying to argue with you, yeah? But I'm making you know, Lou, you made a lot of money off, and it ain't just me as well that you're going to have to deal with. Yeah? Yeah? So I would be going on them lives and making every fucking penny that counts. Yeah? Saving every bit of pit money that you can fucking imagine. Because that's what I'm saying. You ain't got money like that. You're having to rely off people on the fucking internet. So, am I okay? Am I okay with not being camped? Am I okay with you not getting one of your dusty ass friends to send a video of me so you can play it in the morning? I'm not going to get that same courtesy, am I? No, No, because you're a nosy nobody. You've got no life. And your life consists of sitting in that room every day, putting me down. I don't deserve that. I don't deserve to wake up in the morning and because you haven't got fuck all to do. To wake up to you being nasty towards me. To wake up you being nasty towards me, to wake up you having a fucking opinion, to wake up to you being biased, to wake up to my fucking face and my fucking life plastered all over the app. You're keeping this going, Lou. You're keeping this going, Lou. No, I haven't made her the victim again today because I haven't said anything wrong. Stop trying to tell me what I'm doing and what I'm not doing, Jenny. I know what I'm doing and what I'm not doing, Jenny. I know what I'm doing in my own lives. So at the end of the day, yeah, answer me these questions. Answer me the question, Tom. If I post today and you're going to have the same energy for me, if I bring Steve up, Ratcatcher, are you going to have the same energy for me? If I call Lou's Reviews a crackhead, are you going to tell her to stop calling me Keisha? Okay? Are you gonna ask her for an apology of all the lies that and the lies that she's made about me and all the money that she's made off of me? Why is it okay for me to say she's telling people that she's no longer on drugs, but that she's no longer on drugs, but she smokes weed. So you smoke weed. You want to use my name as currency so you can get gifts out of my name, right? And you want to use that gift money to buy fucking weed, to buy food in your house, to make yourself feel better. I don't think so, love. You've made money, and I'm not even going to tell you the amount of money, you've made talking about me, Lou. Yeah, but you've made quite a bit. Yeah, I'm going to get all that back. And you're going to have to face that. So I have been telling you, stop recording me, please. I've asked you politely, don't record me. I've asked you on numerous occasions, stop getting recordings off of the people. Stop getting recordings off of the people and playing me on your lives. Stop making money, because when you're smoking weed and you're drunk online, my conscience is not clear, because that money is not clear. Because that money is coming from the back of my name. When you're using my name in your life as currency, I don't want to pay for your weed habit. I don't want to pay for your Food Loose reviews. I don't want to pay for the clothes off your back. I don't want to pay for your fanny pants. I don't want to pay for your fanny pants. I don't want to be paying for your tampons, bitch. I don't want to pay for shower gels. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't want to be paying for your little microwave meals. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be paying for your incense sticks. Sorry. Stop using my name. Stop using my name as currency on your platform, and then when I have something to say about you, it's all eyes are on Keisha, because Keisha's a disgusting person. Lakeisha's a disgusting person. Lakeisha's nasty. Lakeisha's this. Lakeisha's that. Lakeisha's not allowed to speak about her past. Oh, we can speak about Lakeisha's past though. Get a grip. You've just questioned someone's domestic violence. You've questioned a woman's TV, whether she has gone through it or whether she hasn't gone through it. I'm sorry, you've lost your argument. There. You're saying that I've called her a crackhead. I'm not apologising for it. I don't feel sorry for her in that stage. But guess what? She calls me Keisha. Do I feel bullied? Do I feel harassed? Do I feel like shit when I'm getting called Keisha? Well, they're all right saying Keisha. Well, they're all right saying it to me. So all I'm doing is she's calling me Keisha, which isn't the truth, because my name's Lakeisha, and I called her a crackhead because she is an ex-crackhead. I'm only telling the truth. So if you're going to call me Keisha, expect me to speak a fact about you. I'm not like the rest. I'm not going to go up there and apologise when she's done nothing but bully me. So if I want to say something about her past, how is it okay that I'm not allowed to call her a crackhead from her past because it's her past? But she's allowed to drag up all my past. She's allowed to engage with my baby daddy's sister. She's allowed to do all of them nasty little hateful lives that she did with Best Girl and the rest of them. Look what they did with the Lee situation. I ain't forgetting. You can't expect to do lives about somebody, bully them into a depression, bully them into the where they didn't want to be here no more, and then a couple months have gone on and you think that that's going to be under the rug. I don't think so, love. I'm coming for yous. One by one. And guess what? I'm not stopping. Now tomorrow, what day is it tomorrow? It's Tuesday. I've got Ramia today. It's Tuesday. I've got Ramia today. So we're going to do a live today because Nisha seems to think that I don't have custody of my daughter and she's not allowed round me and all this stuff. So Ramia's here till Thursday. You know, because she's supposed to come back last night, but she ended up staying at Dad's. So Nisha, she seems to think that Ramia is not allowed in my care and the dad's got full custody. So it's going to be quite interesting this week with Ramia on live, isn't it? I'm picking her up today from school. So it's going to be quite interesting, isn't it, Nisha? You watching quite interesting, isn't it, Nisha? You watching me with Ramir in my house. Now, you've lied about a lot of stuff, and I want to break that down, Nisha, as well. You said that I've groomed my friend Jordan Walker. Now, we know Jordan Walker from Leeds. I want to make you all aware of this. Jordan is gay, okay? He's never slept with a woman in his life. He's actually gay. And when he was with me, chilling with me, yeah, we did go to the billionaire's house. I took him to the billionaire's house, but what do you call it? Jordan used to run my business. So when the billionaire gave us the dogs, and obviously on top of my dog business, because a lot of you don't know, I have a massive dog business in Leeds. That's how I get my money. You see, these bitches on here, they have a lot to say about me, but they ain't got no businesses. They ain't got a business. I do. Now I've had a business for nearly 5 years. I'll tell you how I had the business. I started off as a co-owner, and I had one dog. And then I built it up from scratch, literally from being a co-owner. Now, luckily for us, somebody invested into the business and gave us these really expensive dogs. Me, Jordan, my brother, and some other people went down, got the dogs, and we've done fantastic with them since. Now, what happened was there's this girl called Becky. She's going to be coming up. Okay? Now, Becky's got a kid now. So Becky was sexually assaulted. Becky Claxton. This is who's going to be coming up with Jordan. Becky Claxton was assaulted by her baby daddy. And I brought Becky on live. This was one of my friends. She was sexually assaulted by her baby daddy, and she ended up getting pregnant, right? And she ended up having this child. Now, when something happened, the court case happened, right? And I must have called Jordan a peddler, because Jordan was in the court case with this Becky situation, yeah? And I didn't like it. So what I've done is I have called Jordan a peddler. I have called Jordan a peddler online, and I should have done it. Obviously, I've apologised to him now, because he was in the court case, and basically Becky were lying, saying that Jordan had weed on her, and this was in the court papers, right? So I lost my head with Jordan, right? And I did come online and say he's a peddler, right? All the charges got dropped with Jordan. Becky, the guy, Becky's baby daddy that raped her, and obviously she had the baby, he's been let out now, but he's not allowed to see the kid. So I dropped Jordan, come online and called him a peddler, because he were in the papers, and it was what I was hearing of what was being said about him. Now I've spoke to Jordan since that. So Nisha, she met me once in Leeds, and I introduced her to Jordan. She's never met Jordan in her life. She's never been in his presence. She's never met him. Now she went around telling people how I've pimped out Jordan, and that I've made him sleep with men for cash. These are serious allegations. Now, before I say what's going to be happening on Wednesday, I want to break all this down to you. Now, she said on live, not Jordan, Nisha. She said on live that I've groomed Jordan out, and I've got him to sleep with men. Now, listen to this. Jordan has never slept with anybody in my presence. And to be honest, right, when Jordan was chilling around me, I knew he was gay, but he didn't want to say he was gay. So when I stopped chilling with him, that's when he come out as gay, and he got with this guy called Nico, yeah? And that's when all his family and everybody, he had about 12 fucking sisters, all his sisters found out that he were GAY. We all knew, but we didn't think that he would actually get in a relationship. So when this Nico guy got out, Jordan got with him, and now obviously we all know he's GAY. Now she's gone up the other day and said that I've got Jordan, yeah, which is he's only like 20, yeah, never been at a party with him, never took coke with him, never only smoked weed with him, never drunk with him. and he's drunk with him. And he obviously he went and collected the dog because he's a part of the business. Because the reason why he's a part of my dog's business is because when the Billy and I give us all the rest of the dogs, and we went to go dogs, and we went to go get them, he had to look after the dog. So I made Jordan quite some money, and he's made quite a lot of money off me as well. And I have looked after him in that kind of way. The only business that me and Jordan's ever done, and he will say it as well, is the dog business. And he'll tell you all about the billionaire. I can even post all that up with me and him there at the mansion. Well, not the mansion, sorry, the estate. I can't really go into that though. That's not for TikTok. So yeah, on top of that, she said that. So what's happened after that is, I want to go back into a couple of months. Now, this is what's going to be dropped. So I can't really go back into like detail, but see it like this. Now, Keisha and Sharon, I must have had a conversation with Sharon, yeah, a couple of, let's say about a year ago. Now, Delmac were blackmailing me. Yeah, a lot of yous weren't around for this. Delmac were blackmailing me to do a Sarah's Law. And he said, if I don't do it, he's going to tell everybody I'm on the register, right? So what I did was I said to Sharon one day, I said, Sharon, listen, I'm going to give you all my details and you're going to go to the police station and you're going to clear my name because I'm only around you. So if I'm around you, you can just tell them that you have kids and that coming here. So me and Sharon agreed that she'd go to the police station with all my details and go get the Sarah's Law on me, in Lancaster. And we agreed to it. Everything was fine. Now, one day me and Sharon fell out and she went on Jess's live. Now, Sharon is on that live and Keisha comes on that live. Because Keisha, right, I want you to know this. Keisha has had an obsession with me for nearly 2.5 years. From the time that I kicked that woman off my panel. Now, you've got to answer, why is she blocked but knows everything that I do? Why does she know every holiday that I'm on? Why does she think she knows everything about my baby daddy? Have you not noticed how when she's speaking about me, she knows everything that I'm doing? Because she's obsessed. And I'm going to tell you why she's obsessed. Now, I'm happy in my life. The people that are around me, my baby daddy, which is a good baby daddy. We all know my baby daddy's a good baby daddy. And I get support, right? She's never liked me from when I kicked her out of my panel. And I've never wanted her back on my panel because the same time when I kicked her out, she were on my troll account messaging them, saying, oh, Lakeisha this, Lakeisha that. And I'd only just kicked her out of my panel. He wasn't even fucking 24 hours. And she was already on my troll account slagging me off. And I thought, you're just one of them hateful little conniving bitches. But when I was chilling with her and she's come down to Leeds, she was shagging this guy from Leeds. So I already knew in my head, nobody likes you. Because if you're coming all the way to Leeds to date man Leeds, nobody likes you. You're not even dating in your city. And if you look at her, she looks like an angry person. She looks like she's depressed and her eyes are depressed. I didn't get the energy from her. Go look on her page. I do not get the energy from her. I get bad vibes. So I've got the bad vibes from Keisha from the get-go. Gone and met her in Leeds, still got bad vibes. Never met her again. And then had that little argument with her, fucked her off on my panel. Now, ever since I've fucked her off, she's always had a problem with me. And any time my name gets mentioned, Keisha's the first person to go up there and say something about me, right? And this is a woman that I've met once, yeah? This is a woman that will take her time out of her life to come on social media when I hadn't said anything about her, to go in a box to speak about me. And I'll give you an example. One day my name was getting spoke about in Jess's, and Sharon were pretending that she'd gone and done the Sarah's Law on me and that she couldn't put it out because she was going to be arrested. Yeah? This is what Sharon was saying. Keisha ends in, this is all going to come out as well. And this is what I'm trying to say, Keisha, yeah? you are in such a pickle after Wednesday, and I'm going to break it down to you how you're in such a pickle. Now, Nisha's come on that live with Sharon, and she's turned around and said, yes, Sharon, go on, tell them Keisha is on a Sarah's Law, but you can't put it out because you'll get arrested. Yeah, this is what Nisha's saying on Jess's live to push Sharon into saying, and Sharon's going along with it. So that day, yeah, I rung the police on Nisha, and I said to them, this was a couple of months ago, and I said, this is Sharon and this is Nisha, and this is what Nisha's saying about me on the lives. Then Nisha goes and puts a post up, right? So I screenshot it 5 minutes later. Nisha takes the post down. But she didn't know that I saw the post, screenshotted it, rang the feds and made them aware. So there's already been lots of videos with Nisha without me saying anything, without me even mentioning her name, and her just coming up on these panels and just getting involved in my business. Or when somebody's trying to slag me down, she's there. She's the first person there. And imagine, right, I don't even speak about this woman. Like, I'm thinking to myself, fucking hell, where did you come from? I hadn't even seen you for months. She were all around that Katie Hardy situation. And loving every second of that best girl situation. And I'll tell you why she's wanted the clout off me recently. And this is why I'm not giving her. This is why I can't believe she's going to be getting arrested. So, some of the situations have come out recently. This is what I've been telling you. I've been going around professionals and certain people that have had me sat around the table, and we've gone through basically everything. So let's go into not Nisha, this other individual. This other individual said a lot of stuff about me, and let's just say they're being brought in. When they're being brought in, now, let's say for instance, Nisha said a lot of lying stuff about me, and then Sharon said lots of lying stuff about me, and Jessie said lots of lying stuff about me. Now imagine on paper, right, me saying this. Nisha and Sharon, no, I trusted Sharon to go get a Sarah's Law to prove that I wasn't on a Sarah's Law, and she then went and used that against me and pretended to the viewers basically that she had that Sarah's Law, which really put me and Ramir at risk because she knew she didn't have it. Then she told the truth and said basically, yeah, that she was lying and she shouldn't have done that, blah, 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 but it still put me at risk. Then you've got Nisha on the same panel, right, going to Sharon, yeah, she's got it, but she can't put it out, guys, because she'll get arrested, making it seem like it was the truth, inciting even more hate. Now check this. Now, Nisha hasn't got any videos of me these past couple of months saying anything about her. And even after she's gone up on these panels and said lots of things about me. So anything that people have been speaking about, she's just drastically took herself up to them panels to have a conversation about Keisha Black because she's obsessed. I don't know if it's a mixed race thing. I don't know if she knows I'm a better woman than her. I don't know if it's, we'll get into that in the end of why I know I'm a better woman than her. She hadn't even left the country. That's why she's jealous. That's why she always speaks about the holidays that I've took Ramir on. She even said the other day, you've took your daughter to Ibiza. My daughter's never been to Ibiza. She's been to Spain. She's been to Portugal. She's been to lots of other different countries, but she's never been to Ibiza. That's how obsessed you are in your head because you haven't got a passport for yours and can't take yours nowhere. So, listen to this. So, see it like this, yeah? Now, what's best for me is this. I've been putting in all these reports about Nisha when she's gone up and said something, and I haven't said nothing to her, right? Now, see it like this. Let's say, for instance, she said that I was on Sarah's Law, but in this statement here it says this. I trusted somebody to get a Sarah's Law because I knew I wasn't on a Sarah's Law, and they knew I wasn't on a Sarah's Law, but I gave them all my information. They went to the police station and it all come back, and they didn't get anything because they wouldn't have got anything anyways because I'm not on it. So the police wouldn't have sent her anything back anyways, right? It doesn't work like that. So it doesn't work like that. So she knew she didn't have anything on me. I knew my conscience is clear. So if it's in black and white, and if it's in a statement and it goes to court and it says, well, you lied, goes to court and it says, well, you lied about Lakeisha being on Sarah's law, and you also came in as well and you added on to it, and that person also blackmailed her as well. Now, usually because it's a civil matter with what they're saying, there's a difference now because it comes into like, let's say, for instance, somebody else bullying you and they're saying the most disgusting things which are arrestable offence. That's when everything comes into it. So then when they are getting arrested, you're able to say, well, how did all this start? Well, it all started because that person lied about me and said that I was on a Sarah's law. That person lied about me and called me a groomer. That person lied about me and said that I was a convicted groomer, knowing full well that I have my daughter in my fucking presence. And when all that's in black and white, you can't get out of that. And if the people that are high up are telling you that you've lied and you've said this about this person, knowing that it's not the truth, and it's there in black and white, I don't have to sit here and say I'm innocent. The paperwork that's coming out is going to prove what they've done. To me. What they've done to me is a lie. And like even Keisha the other day when she was saying, you haven't got your daughter. She hasn't got her daughter. Her daughter punched her. She's not allowed to be in the same car. Well, my daughter's going to be home today at 3:30 and she's not going back to her dad's till Thursday. So she said that my daughter's not allowed to sleep at my house. That my daughter's, my kid's dad's got full custody. So not only is she going to be showing up today for the liar that you are, Keisha, because that's all you are. Everything that's come out of your mouth, Keisha, is a lie. Everything that you say about me on these panels has been a lie. And let me break it down to you like this. You knew, Keisha, that wasn't my address. But guess what? You were that desperate for the clout, yeah? You were that desperate because you thought, let me do this then because we need to get under Keisha's skin. So let's pretend we're going to come to Leeds because you weren't there. You weren't at 75 Roundhay Road. You were hiding, babe. You pretended to the viewers, yeah, that you were there. But in reality, you wasn't there because when I turned up, you wasn't there. Okay, you were in your car hiding. Let's be real. You pretended to come to Leeds, pretended that you was at 75 Roundhay Road. When you really realised that I was coming down, yeah, and I wasn't joking, you were nowhere to be seen. When you realised, yeah, that I got in my car, yeah, and that wasn't my address, you didn't know what to do. You was absolutely shitting yourself. That's why when I said to you, where are you? You were nowhere to be seen. You were like, we're here. Well, let's go back into the videos and look where I was and where the fuck was your car? Because you wasn't there. So guess what, Keisha? Now the police are ringing me tomorrow. And you know what they've said to me? No, sorry, not tomorrow, Wednesday. You know what they've said to me? Lakeisha, we're not just going to be doing an hour's worth of interview. We're going to be doing 2. Guess what, Keisha? You've got your friend on some hefty charges. You know, for threats to kill and threats to take out my torso. You know the one that works with Katie Hardy. Katie as well. The videos of what you've been doing and you've been a part of all of this setup as well. They've gone into the police as well because you were up there being involved with all this as well. Absolutely phenomenal, that live the other day that you all did. On top of that, Keisha, you're going to be getting arrested, and so is your friend for coming to Leeds. And guess what, Keisha? I've even got you on your own live. So I've got all the lives of Geraldine's. I've got all the lives of you and what you were saying on your lives. I can't wait till you get arrested. And you're going to be going court. And You're going to be going court. And your friend as well, she ain't going to have no job. She ain't going to have no job because she threatened to slice somebody. You threatened to stab somebody. You threatened to stab somebody. She threatened to slice somebody's throat. So you're both fucked. And you come to my city, and yeah, I don't give a fuck about telling the police I got in my car and I went down there. You were fucking car and I went down there. You were fucking threatening me. I had no choice. That's fine. I didn't do a criminal matter. I didn't get to see yous. But imagine losing everything, yeah? Because not just that, social services are getting wrong. Everything's getting wrong. Services are getting wrong. Everything's getting wrong. It's out of fucking control. Coming down to Leeds with knives, wanting to get somebody sliced and coming outside their addresses and putting them at risk. Oh yeah, and wait till you see what happens on Wednesday. This is what you get yourself in, Keisha. Now, Keisha, let's see who's going to be putting their kids to bed. Let's see who's going to be having all the bed. Let's see who's going to be having all the fucking difficulties, because you know what? I didn't put myself in this situation. You came down to a house, a block of flats, which wasn't mine. So you put a whole bunch of mine. So you put a whole bunch of everybody at risk. You came with knives and you came with people in the car, to the point where the woman in the car was saying that when I get there, she's going to slice my torso out of my neck. Slice my torso out of my neck. Okay? Threatening to stab people up. So, do you think she's going to have a job? Do you think she's going to be able to have people around her? I don't think so, love. Around her? I don't think so, love. Because you know me, I like to do everything. So, yesterday I had a break, but today, in a second, is the time for me to get off this phone. And is the time for me to get off this phone and do what I need to do and send all these videos. Send all these videos, because guess what? What they've done from Liverpool the other day was absolutely dangerous. Somebody at 75 Roundhay Road could have been stabbed. What if that woman would have opened that door and they would have thought it was me? Do you get what I mean? So I'm going to be ringing all the professionals today, including my mental health workers, and sending, because I have to remember I've got safeguarding as well that I speak to. I'm going to have to make them aware of all of this. I'm sorry, but I do. They've come all the way to Leeds, and imagine if that really was my house. These women have got kids. I'm sorry, but this behaviour is unacceptable, and it all needs to be reported. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm reporting it all. Whatever happens to them is not my business, because I did not ask them to come to Leeds. I told them that that wasn't my property. So if they're going to come down to people's areas like that and say to people that they're going to slice them and they're going to do all this and act like this and do all this online, it needs to be reported to the right people, not just to the police. So now I've got all the videos. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing today. I'm taking it up a notch or two and sending it to the right professionals. Because I think that that's crazy that that woman turned around and said that when I see you now, I'm going to slice out your torso. I'm sorry, but if she's around children, she's a dangerous individual. And that's exactly what I'm doing today. So I've got the police on Wednesday. Unfortunately, I do know who rung the police. But Keisha, you've got children. And you're bringing people down to Leeds from Liverpool to want to slice people. It needs to be reported. Your behaviour, what you've done in the pit car as well. All the pit needs to see all of this. And I'm going to be reporting it to Pip as well today. You've come down to Leeds. I've got your registration. I've got you at the Tesco's as well on camera. Yeah, don't think we have. You were saying it all the other day when you was on that live, exactly what car, that's how we found out. So everything's getting reported, not just to the police. I'm sorry, but you want to make your way down to Leeds. You could have seriously put somebody, well you did. You put a lot of people at risk within them flats. You put a lot of people at risk by bringing knives down and wanting to get people stabbed up. So yeah, happy birthday to Warrior. Happy birthday to Warrior. Happy birthday, dear Warrior. birthday, dear warrior. Warrior, I'm paying for the end of the month. Yeah, we are doing it, you know, because that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Birthday to you.
I was speaking, I have spoke to a lawyer, yeah, and you're fucking 100% right. You have to just do it like that. Let's put that. Let's put her in the big screen. Like I've said today with all the videos that I've received last night, did you get them, Warren? Did you go through them?
Yeah, I've got everything.
Yeah, well, listen to this. I am going to be ringing all the professionals today and pip everybody with what they went down with the other night. What they went down with the other night. And I'm sorry because Nisha needs to know that she was warned that that wasn't my address. That woman that was with her turned around and said that she would slice the torso out of my throat. Slice the torso out of my throat. I'm sorry, but does this woman work with people? Does she work with vulnerable people? Does she work in schools? Like, where does she work? Do you understand? Megan. And Megan. It's Megan, isn't it?
Meg.
Yeah, Megan. No, it's Megan. I got a full name anyways.
It's very early, girls. Just saying.
What time did we go to sleep last night, Toot?
I don't know. It wasn't late though. But, oh no, well, it was after 12, wasn't it? After 12, wasn't it?
Something like that. Oh, thank you, Leon. Thanks, girls. $46 today.
Bloody hell, only 46, eh?
I know.
What's it been 46 again? It's been 46 again. Blimey. What can I say about the situation?
Where are you, Joe? Yeah, call. Tell us who it is. If you've got the receipts, tell us. Come up. Give us an insight. Come up. Give us an insight in what's going on.
Yeah,
There's a lot
and
of
Nisha said that I've stole all the charity money.
Listen, everything comes out of her mouth is a lie.
Just let me finish this. Let me finish this. She said, she's probably listening on the wall, that I stole all my charity money for the homeless. For one, it's not a charity, it's just a random act of kindness that me and the public do. Yeah.
Her ex-boyfriend's a nonce. Yeah.
No, hold on. It's what we do for the public do, yeah, for the homeless. It's not charity, it's not registered, and not once have I received a penny, have I, Keish?
No.
Everyone on this platform.
Don't explain nothing to her.
Everyone on this
Don't
platform.
explain nothing to her.
Everyone on this platform can tell you that. I had a link in my bio for an Amazon wish list. They purchased the stuff from Amazon, which got delivered to my house. There was
Listen
no
to
money
this, yeah?
exchange
Her own baby
ever.
her own baby daddy can't stand her because her baby daddy's girlfriend said something. Her baby daddy's girlfriend said something about the kids, and that's why she does not allow her kids. That's why she palms them off with her mum all the time, and she won't palm off with her baby daddy. That's why she's got an infatuation with my baby daddy and my daughter. Why do you think she speaks about my daughter? Why do you think she speaks about Ramir like that? Because she's obsessed with the fact that me and my kid's dad get along. Look at Melissa, yeah? Look when she come up, yeah? She said, oh, you split mine and my because she said, oh, you split mine and my brother's. Well, no, I didn't. You got stabbed, love, and your brother didn't come and protect you. Of course my kid's dad's going to protect me more than you. I've got his fucking daughter. So I'm sorry, Nisha, just because your life isn't the same, as my life, go find a fucking baby daddy that cares. Right, sorry about that, love. Right, what's going on? You tell us everything that's happened and we'll see if we can help you. You been getting bullied?
No.
You been getting bullied?
No, I've just been in Pearl's live,
Yeah.
and she was reporting about this man who, on a live last night, threatened to grape a 3-year-old little girl.
Oh, wow.
And he was being very vile about her. And
So what,
then
is he gone and unalived himself?
no, this morning he's on a live bigging himself up, saying, "Well, you don't know the full story. I had a right to say it," and being very, very vile. And he's got about 3-4 mods that are women that are all supporting what he said about he wanting to do to this 3-year-old.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
His name is Marshland. 1 second, let me check.
Where do you come from? Do you have, are you known on this app? Are you known on this app? Do you have any friends that you chill with on this app?
No, I just go in different lives here and there and just watch quietly. But
Do you have
You know what
any,
you
do you
best
have any,
do? Get her phone number and
do you
you know
have
what
any,
you
do you
best
have any
do? Get her phone number and phoning her.
Yeah, no. Do what you call it. The only thing is right, if Pearl's touched this, we can't get involved. That's the only thing. If she has spoke about it, because we can't stand Hillary, about it because we can't stand Hillary. We're not really in it with Hillary. If it was anything else, yeah. And I'll tell you the truth why. I'll be bluntly honest with you, Moonkiss Creations. Now, a couple of years ago, my baby daddy's sister, Melissa, she sent me a message. We were going through a really bad patch where we started arguing with each other. She found me on social media. She started sending me gifts. One day, she must have started speaking to my op, and I messaged her some vile messages. Anyways, we come from having the vile messages on here, we started exchanging on numbers. And she turned around to me and she said she hoped that her niece had died. She hoped her niece would die and the social services will come and take my kid. So I sent her a message back and I said something along the lines of, well, I hope this happens to your kid. I did. I went down to the lengths because she wanted her own niece, yeah, to be dead. So me, I'm not going to lie, I've owned it now. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I said something disgusting to her back, because she wanted my daughter to be dead. Her own fucking blood. Her only niece at that point that she'd never even been around, never even loved, never tried to be there for at Christmas. But she wanted her own fucking niece to be dead. On top of that, she wanted Ramir to be taken away from me. All because of his shitty little argument, Melissa. Yeah, on social media. Now, Melissa, when she wanted to out all of this, Melissa only showed, right, what she wanted the viewers to see. So did Katie Hardy, because Katie Hardy helped Melissa, and so did Beskell, and so did Jenny. They only showed the viewers what they wanted the viewers to see, which was their context. Melissa didn't show the whole context of the messages to why I said what I said to her back. So the reality is, for me, is if I was to do this, I'd be a hypocrite, because I've been in a situation before, Moonkissed, with my baby daddy's sister, when she's gone vile about my daughter, and I've gone vile all the way back. Do I agree with what I said? No. Do I agree with what I said? No. Do I regret what I said? Yes. But did I say it because I had a reason? Yes, I did. So for me, when it comes
that's a family situation. For you, that's a family situation. This is about a 3-year-old.
I get that, but that's what would come back. If I'm going to be honest with you, yeah, right, it's like me playing with fire, right? If I've done something, and then I'm going to, pick up another live, and it's clearly like, yeah, he said this disgusting things, he's not taking any accountability. That's a different story. yeah, that's a different story. But you're gonna need to have full context. Why did he say what he said? Who is the person that he said it about? What was their relationship? What was the context in their relationship? What was the context in the back of it? I'm not like the rest of them where I could just pick up something now and then just say, right, we're going to put that person on the front line, because there's always context behind the back of why people do what they're doing. Do you understand that? That's the most respectless way I can say it.
If you want to see what he said, the post is on Baby Buzzballs, and all I can say is, be warned, it is vile and it's made me feel sick.
Right, can anybody get that up? Have you got the video now?
I can try and find it, send the link to you if you want.
Yeah, can somebody go on the cam too? Warrior, have you got the cam too? Just so we can. Have you got the cam too? Just so we can listen to what he said. On Baby Buzzball.
She's just making a cup of coffee.
Tuti, I need to make a coffee and make that phone call we spoke about. So staying on mute. Okay, right, she's all right. Right, are you sending it, love? Or is it that phone call to do with the Larkin? Yeah? Yeah or no? Yeah, guys, is it to do with the Larkin? I want you to know this as well, Anisha. You cannot be thinking that you can... Anisha, I need to break this down. Anisha, I need to break this down to you as well with what I'm going to be breaking down to the police on Wednesday. You do realise that you're not at the mental health services like I am. I am at them every week. Okay? All this is week. Okay? All this has been documented for me for the past 2 years, Nisha. Nothing's been documented for you. So all this is going to go in court as well in the statement. And I want to say this to you as well. Now, see it like this. I've got severe mental health issues, things that you can't even imagine, that I don't even explain online. So imagine if you really was coming to my house, right? You imagine the thought of you actually thinking that you could have really turned up to my house. You wouldn't have made it out here. You wouldn't have been going back up to Liverpool. So I would have been in a fucked up situation. But it would have been classed as self-defense. So you're putting me in situations. Let's say, for instance, that was my address. You'd have only put yourself in the situation, even if I would have reacted. Because I've told the police on the phone, anybody comes to my house, I will take their life. I've told the police that. You do realise that, don't you? And I can say it on live because I've told the police. Anybody turns up to my house, I will end their life in self-defense. You've got that on camera. Do you know why I'm not bothered about saying it? Because I've told the police on the phone. If somebody turns up to my house, I will end them in self-defense. No word of a lie. I've spoke to the police about this on many of occasions. You know what the police have told me? Well, you can't do that. You have to ring 999. Well, if somebody's going to come to my house and I'm petrified, I've got no other choice. So you thinking that, do you know why the police are going to take this really seriously, Nisha? Because I need to break it down to you, babe. I've been speaking to the police for a long time, not just about you, but about all these bullies that have been bullying me, all the threat that have been bullying me, all the threat that I've been under. I don't think you've heard about what's happened to Black Pope. He can't speak for you now. You can't get him on the panel because he's in a fucking sticky situation. So he's got to bow down right now and leave him where he is. But all these other people that have been attacking me, and you've been ringing the police and saying, Keisha's doing this, Keisha's doing that. The police know that you're a liar. The police know that I've had to protect my name. Protect everything inside of me and keep doing what I need to do, whilst telling them exactly what you've been doing, which is bullying. And Nisha, most of this stuff that you're saying out of your mouth, at least tell the truth about me. If you're going to speak about me, speak the facts. How do you go up on a live and start saying shit about me, but you've got no facts? Bring Jordan up on that live for Jordan to say that I've made him sleep with men. I want you to do that. I want you to ring Jordan now and get Jordan up on that live to say that I've done up on that live, to say that I've made him sleep with men. You're not going to get it. Because Jordan's never slept with anybody in front of me. The only person that I know he's ever been with was this guy called Nico that he's with now. They're always fighting. So his only boyfriend's ever been with, and so does the rest of his family. You do know that Jordan comes from a massive family in Harrows. You do know all his sisters know me. So if I would have groomed Jordan, do you think that he wouldn't have gone to the police? Do you know who his mum and dad is? Do you know who the whole fucking family is? I've just seen his whole fucking family is. I've just seen his boyfriend the other day and then him with a fucking black eye. I can go into the streets now and go get in my car now and go find Jordan right now. Not a problem. So I need you to get up because you've said a couple of stuff. You said I've groomed Jordan. Then you turned around and said that I've sold Jordan out to men. So I want you, Nisha, to show us these men that I've sold Jordan out to. Because the only man I've ever known Jordan to be with was when he told us all that he was gay, and that was after my 30th birthday. I was around Jordan and thought that he was into women. Yeah, never saw him around a woman until after my birthday. He come out to all his family and friends that he was gay. And got with fucking Nico, the guy that he's still with now. Yeah, he's with Nico. So you tell me, is he been cheating on Nico? Because if he's been cheating on Nico, Nisha, I need to tell Nico. If Jordan has been sleeping with these men that I've set him up with, I need to make Nico know today that Jordan's been cheating on him. Well, that's what I need to do because Nico's been with him. Nico's been with him since my 30th birthday and I'm 32 now, Nisha. I'm 32 now, Nisha. And Jordan has been with Nico for 2 years. So I need you to bring up my ex-friend, to the internet, and I need Jordan to say it out of his mouth that I've made him sleep with men. You liar. You fucking liar. Everything that comes out of your mouth, Nisha, is a lie. You called me a brass, but yet you're the one coming to Leeds to fuck dick. You're having to come all the way to my city to sit on next man's dick. I could never go up to Liverpool, leave my kids with my fucking baby daddy to get shagged out. At least when my daughter went with her dad for a bit, right? I won't getting shagged out in a different city. You have to palm your kids off with your mum to come to my city to get shagged out. How about that? Do you think that I could leave my daughter with her dad? And go be getting shagged out in different cities? Don't think so. It's not me, babe. It's not me. That's you. That's the difference. Right, I'm going to go down and come back up.